The insanity that was suggested of removing the 26th Amendment and moving the voting age from 18 to 25 also included a couple other horrible things. The civics test is so derivative of what happened under Jim Crow with poll taxes and the literacy tests. The reason why we had the 26th Amendment is that men who were serving in Southeast Asia had no influence over those who were sending them to Southeast Asia. Now, this Republican is wrong, but the idea could be used to our advantage. As we all watched the morons in the House and the Senate ask questions about TikTok, which showed how little they understand about reality, I have a counter offer. Why don't we make the age of retirement for politicians 65, non-negotiable? And if you're going to be running for president, you can't run for president if you are over the age of 61. So you could end your 65th birthday, but you could not run again. You want to solve the problem not having Joseph Biden in the White House? You're complaining about his age? Let's make it mandatory retirement. Move the retirement age back to 65. No one over the age of 65 is required to work. Take 4% of the national federal budget and what we use on defense and add it back into Social Security by repealing the Trump tax cut of 2017 and the Bush tax cut of 2004. We will have a nice, square little economy, and we can also start moving taxes back like Biden has done on corporations. I'm tired of paying their taxes. I bet you are too. They're the big cause of the inflation. While the rest of us were struggling during COVID, quarter after quarter they were making remarkable stock gains. I didn't make stock gains. Let's tax them the way we used to. Let's have a return to strong unions, because strong unions make sure that corporations are held accountable. Let's make sure that we go after these 6 federal judges that have all had their hands in the cookie jar with large corporate donors from the right side. They need to go. And we need to start, because they're going to start a ridiculous trial to distract the GOP base from reality with what the 19 indictments, the RICO case in Georgia, the possible case in Arizona and Minnesota and possibly in Pennsylvania, all related to the 2020 election. And you have a sitting Congressman, Matt Gaetz, a sitting Congressman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who are still spouting the same bullshit lies. At what point does the 14th Amendment apply to them as well? You have 60 court dockets saying, you have 60 different court decisions saying that there was no election interference. You're going to have the Republican governor of Georgia speak against Donald Trump in open court about the voting record in the one huge African American district in the state of Georgia that Trump said there were voting issues with. He didn't say it about white Georgia, where Marjorie Taylor Greene's from. It wasn't the rednecks and crackers. No, I'm sorry, that's inappropriate. It wasn't white people in white rural districts. I shouldn't say things like that. That's wrong. But Trump made it about race. He put it squarely in Atlanta, which is a predominantly black city. And he went after those. Race is playing a role in it. And don't think it has changed. Donald Trump, lawsuits in 72 by the GOP against him for not renting to African American and Puerto Ricans. And then lawsuits again in the 1980s because he didn't like having black people there in his hotels when he was there. Trump is a racist. Those people who support Trump at this point walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's more than likely a duck. It is Tuesday night. It is 9 minutes to the newest addition to the Disney Plus family, Ahsoka Tano's Little Story. There will be 2 episodes tonight. I'm looking forward to that as a distraction from the GOP and Donald Trump. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for listening to me.